Welcome. Welcome. As you come on here, wherever you're tuning in from, tell me in the comments section where you are tuning in from. Beautiful souls. I had came on here originally to do an oracle card reading for all of you. I have a prototype of the oracle deck we're creating. You can see the deep, rich color. And I also have another oracle deck. But something came up and I want to share something else with you instead. So the way you can help this video is as you come on here, just toss this video a thumbs up and tell me in the comments section, excuse me, I'm having a little bit of a hair issue today, where you are tuning in from, city, state, country, etc. Just say, I'm tuning in from Texas, I'm tuning in from California, Hawaii, Indiana, Ohio, wherever. Going to say hello to a few of you, and I'm going to get right into this today because I'm sad, and I'm going to share with you why my heart is hurting. And I think this is a very important topic. And thank you for telling me where you're tuning in from, period. So this is a topic about being a conscious creator. And it's something that has come up in my life, not from a lot of people, but from two specific people that have targeted me in this area of my life, which is my position, which is my creativity, which is my livelihood for over a decade. So, as all of you know, I went through a series of online attacks, of trolls, of spam bots being sent my way. I just went through another hacking on March 27th, and it's all by the same people. It's been the same couple that has done this for 10 years, and it's been very, I would say, disabling at times. Disabling would be the word I would use, and disheartening. I'm a very loving person, and the whole reason for them to do this was to get me out of that loving space into more of a fighter mode. Well, I'm a Pisces. We don't fight, we're lovers, and we're highly creative. And I brought something to share with all of you, and it's got a story attached to it. So in 2015, when I redesigned my beautiful website, this was the inspiration. This was a painting that my beloved got me when we were in downtown San Diego at an art gallery. It cost a small fortune, believe it or not, but I was drawn to the pastel colors. And I was drawn to the pastel colors not only because I've had a line of supplements that are bottled in pastel colors that I've had out for about 20 years, but when I was a little girl, my dad got me a pair of doggy slippers because I love dogs. I'm going to try not to cry when I say this. And the doggy slippers. The dog had on a little turquoise vest and a little pink jacket, and they were slippers, and I would wear them. I still have them. I saved him because my dad, yesterday was the anniversary of his death in 1985. So I've always been drawn to pastels. I have a room here painted in pastel colors. I wear a lot of pastels, and when I designed my products in 2008, they were designed in pastel labels. They're still on my website today. And when I redesigned my website in 2015, 14, 15, I redesigned it using these colors and also the deep, rich purple colors. This is also the color palette for my Oracle deck, and it's been my color palette for years. So I wake up to a message this morning with links from someone who follows me, who knows my story. It's actually a friend, and he's also a big marketer in the industry. And he sent me these links saying, you are never going to believe who is using not only your fonts, but your color palette. It's unbelievable. And your words on their website. Yeah. So I thought I would transmute this into the alchemy of being a conscious creator. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the love. Thank you for telling me where you're tuning in from on Instagram. I thought I would transmute this energy into being a conscious creator and telling you what that looks like. This particular woman who I'm so saddened. I mean, she's actually a mother, and to have your children witness this type of behavior is beyond me. But this particular woman is someone who also slandered me on a public forum in 2020, tagged me in a post. We have all the screenshots. We got it removed instantly. But now she's using my beautiful color palette that is up on my website, that is on my Oracle deck, that is on my podcast, that is on my supplements, my tagline, using spirituality. And I mean, it's really, at this point, I don't know if I should ship her my bathwater to drink, or if I should just file some type of lawsuit. So this level of harassment, let me cleanse the area with my room spray, also my color palette, by the way. So if you go to AndreaCox.com and you look at the beautiful color palette and how some of my photos are faded, and my funnel systems and things like that, and my fonts and some of the very words I say, and you look at this, it's almost like someone wants to like poke me. It's actually quite cruel. And I don't think most people, so let's talk about being a conscious creator. I don't think most people know what that means these days. It means creating from within, creating from a heart space that is of our own making. If you're having someone build something for you, you don't say, I want it to look like hers. I want you to copy hers. I want you to take this word, use her colors, use her format, that's not being a conscious creator. That's being a secondhand version of someone who's very authentic, and you're not even a secondhand version. You're reaching. That's reaching, and it's obvious. And so when he sent this to me, and this particular gentleman is married, and his wife his wife called me shortly after and said, I'm sorry you're going through this, and when does it end? And I said, I know, but it is what it is, and it's okay. I had kind of a flashback to a soulmate friend of mine and what he said on a podcast one day. He said, we're here to sprinkle seeds to inspire others. But if those seeds that we are sprinkling aren't inspiring someone, it's making someone move forward out of spite and anger and jealousy and competition and just ugliness. If the seeds we're sprinkling, someone is utilizing for their own livelihood and literally stealing your work, yet they're slandering you, trying to hide your work on the internet, sending, trolls to you on an almost daily basis. We know where these things come from. We track things now. That's not being a conscious creator. That's being an unconscious copy. An unconscious, I hate to use the word copycat, but that's what it is. And for those of you who say, we should feel, thank you so much for the love, we should feel honored by something like that, not when someone has slandered your name, sent trolls to you, spam bought your work. You didn't have those slippers that my father got me with the little doggies in the pastel jacket. You weren't at the art gallery when I cried to my beloved and said, I love this picture and let's remodel the website after the colors. You got online, you saw what I had created, and you decided to wait a period of time before taking that work and my creativity and claiming it as your own. That's not being a conscious creator. That's not even being a secondhand version of me. That's low vibrational copying. And I needed to come on here and say this today. I'm going to look at the comments in a moment, because I came on to do a reading with my deck. But when someone stoops to that low of a vibration to try to hurt another person deliberately, this isn't about creating. This isn't about redesigning your website. This is about stealing what someone else has and claiming it as your own. That is not okay. It's not. In fact, that is so low vibrational that I just hope, seeing as these people have kids, that this never happens to their kids, or that their kids never go to them and start crying about this happening to them. I wouldn't wish the type of poking that these two have done to me over the past 10 years on anyone. I think with the male, I left him. He was just really low vibe on drugs, had major addictions. That's not how I vibrate. I mean, it doesn't go with the green juice. And I think his need for me to maybe not forget about him or to get my attention had him trying to recreate something that he knew he lost with me. And it's so sad. Like I've shared with all of you, I don't look at anyone else's stuff. I'm so bad at it that even my friends, I take one day a week and go back and comment on all my friends' stuff because I'm so bad at looking at stuff. Even my family just had a gathering in Naples and it took me 2 days before I saw that appear. And I was like, oh my God, like. So these things have to be sent to me for me to even see. And I think it's so sad when this happens. And I think what the saddest part is, and I probably wouldn't care if they didn't feel the need to attack what I had created in order to build themselves up. Oh, thank you, Dave. I know you're in forensics. I'll reach out. Thank you. So I think the saddest part of this is when people compete with others and they feel the need to copy them at the same time. It's like having creativity for a Pisces, especially creativity, like I shared with all of you, that stemmed from my dad and something he got for me when I was little. And this beautiful painting that someone got for me in 2014, 15. When someone goes so far as to continuously copy someone and they're attacking you online and through your website and through your name and by sending trolls to you, which I'm not sure if it's him or her, we're trying to figure that out right now. When someone does that for such a long period of time, it really tears down your soul. And it does keep you in solitude, not wanting to trust people, not wanting to let people in because you don't ever want that to happen again. But God has a way of fixing these things. And, you know, being an astrologer, being someone who's into astrology, I know that whenever we steal someone's content, we don't make money off of it. If we do make money off of it, it goes out the door right away. So knowing this gives me peace. Also, knowing that I now know who has been doing this for so many years gives me peace. And, you know, Saturn is in the sign of Pisces. So Saturn is, I've said to all of you for so many years, Saturn is like the stern grandfather. It's ruled by Capricorn. So it's Capricorn energy that will make you mow the lawn, and the lawn is 5,000, you know, feet, and it's just huge. But he pays you 50 grand when you're done. And so knowing that I'm being picked on, knowing that I'm being targeted in this way, knowing that this is being done out of spite and not a place of love and creativity, knowing that this is being created out of competition, jealousy, envy, anger, bitterness. I mean, I would be so ashamed as a man if I was with a woman that was literally trying to copy everything my ex does online. It would be an embarrassment. And I would be so ashamed as a woman if my partner was fixated in the dark on his ex. So whatever ball bounces in that house, that's for them to play with. But right now, what I'm going to do after learning this information this morning is I'm going to pull one card for us, and I'm going to hop on over to my other channel and do a live reading, and I'm going to continue to rise above, because it is very low vibrational to speak poorly about others. But what is more low vibrational is to steal from others' work, to steal from others' creativity. I went back to the post of this in 2014, 2015 today on Facebook, and how in that post I was saying, you know, I'm going to recreate my website off this, and you know, I'm choosing these colors and they match my supplements and, you know, all of that. And then I found another post where I talk about the slippers my dad gave me when I was little that were in pastel colors and how I wanted my whole brand to be that way. And now that someone is actually stealing my literal fonts, words, brand colors, it is after they've stolen so much already of mine. It's like, what's next? I mean, at one point I was told that this person threw around the word Akashic Records, and I'm like, oh my God, like, you don't even understand. I mean, it's like, I don't know if my videos are being transcribed by them. Like, it's really, at this point, it's shocking. And I can't imagine, and I have to talk about it because when people message you this, you have to talk about it. I can't imagine the embarrassment to know that everything you've created in life came from your partner's ex. I just, honest to God, and you guys, I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, I wasn't even in a relationship with this person even a minute. This is someone that, like, I wouldn't have even remembered his last name. That's how quick it was. So the fact that they pulled and pulled and pulled and attempted to pull from me energetically, creatively for so many years, I'll answer all your questions when I'm done, is just absolutely crazy. So let's do this. Let's pull a card. We'll pull a card and just kind of balance the energy out. Yeah, okay. Crossing bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. Well, nobody's going to be connecting, okay? Nobody's going to be connecting. And then it says, uncovered treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. And they have a dragon here. That's interesting because I'm a dragon in Chinese. But the beautiful thing is, no one can steal the dragon's bounty because the dragon is all seeing and all knowing and all encompassing. She sees all, she knows all, she is the high priestess. So that's why when this was brought to my attention, nothing's hidden from the high priestess. Everything falls on her lap. I think it's very, very sad. I'm not laughing about this at all. In fact, with everything that's gone on recently, I think I probably do need to take a legal route. I've said that for years, but I think this has definitely crossed the line. I'm noticing a pattern where they will wait a few years after I create something to kind of copy it. But there's definitely some trademark issues with words. There's definitely some trademark issue. I mean, it's like spitting image. It's except the actual image, that's nowhere even close. Thank God. But I have had enough of it. And at this point, after the initial shock, this morning, I was like, wow, all the attention, all these years that has been put on me from this couple, and I just pop on and address it like once every 7 or 8 months because it's so obvious when people come to me with it, is really sad. It's really sad. And I think the saddest part of it is the illegal nature of harming my business, of trying to affect my name on the internet, of trying to spread rumors and lies about me, of sending trolls to my business and my social media, of all of that has went on to try to tear me down, to try to hide me while you actually steal from me. What would happen if I disappeared? You would have no one to take from. That's what I want to address to them. What would happen if I disappeared? You would have no one to take from. You'd have to find someone new. It's the classic, internet marketer that pulls up in the fake Maserati in front of the, house in front of the whatever ocean that they don't own. It's this classic type of take from others. And that doesn't vibrate in the energetic force field we are living in now. It doesn't vibrate now that Capricorn has moved into Pisces. It doesn't vibrate at all. Can you guys hear me okay? So if this is happening to you and it's not happening from an illegal place like it is me, if you're not being hacked, if you're not being targeted on the internet, if someone didn't spend years trying to tear you down on the internet and put your image with other, nonsense images and claim it was you. If someone didn't slander you on a public forum, um, if it's just happening and someone's copying your work, that's one thing. But if you have a file folder of evidence of slander, of attacks, of trolls, of fake accounts in your comments section, and you screenshot and copy the URL to every single one, and you have a file folder this thick, and someone copies you, that's another thing. You can go in, you can comb through, you can have a forensics person comb through. They'll pick up any line where just one or two words have been changed. They will compare the colors to yours. They'll do the fonts. They'll do all of that. So once you know that this is happening, you can protect yourself. I like to say, I don't compete with anyone. I found a post of mine from like 2013 where I said, I don't compete with anyone. There's plenty of room for us to all succeed beyond what we ever imagined. However, if you copy my work, if you copy my written work, I'm a poet. I've been published in Huffington Post. I've been published in Mind Body Green. I've been published in Your Tango. I've been published by the Good Men Project. I've been published in Woman's Day. I've been published in the Chiropractic Journal. I've been published in Fashion 50 magazine. I've been published in San Diego Journal. I've been published in Del Mar Times. I've been published in the Dayton Daily News. You copy my written work and I'll come after you. You copy my websites, you copy my color scheme, you copy my fonts and my words, I will come after you. And I think that here's where I draw the energetic line. And I say, be a conscious creator and create from within. And some people don't know what that's like. They don't get it. They don't understand it, and they never will. And for those people, I challenge you to try for the very first time in your life to not look at what someone else is doing, not even once every 5 months, never again, and to actually create from within. You've stolen enough. And now it's becoming obvious to people in the outside world who think it's sad and very evident. I love you guys. I would have loved to have done the reading with my new deck and the prototype of my new deck. And maybe sometime this weekend, I'll have time to actually address this in a more positive light. And thank you for all your support and everyone who's supporting me. And for all of you who are saying, thank you, Carol. Interesting. Thank you. Yeah, they are just evil, James. Thank you, Guy. Definitely watch this from the beginning, you guys. Thanks, Daniel. Thanks, Deborah. Watch this from the beginning. And as far as this and my color scheme and my inspiration, that came from my dad, God rest his soul. Yesterday was the day of his passing in 1985. And those little doggy slippers that were pastel that he got me when I was little, and this painting that my beloved got me in 2014 or 15, I won't be changing the look of my website, the look of my products, the deep, rich purple of my podcast, the fonts, the wording, everything is trademarked on my website. Everything is copyrighted, every word. Same that goes with my deck. Everything. I have legal waivers in place for everything. So I think that a couple chose the wrong person to mess with. And a true testament to someone who really understands the law is to wait and wait and wait and wait and wait for the right moment. And I think the right moment has presented itself now. I love each and every one of you. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Thanks for your support. please hit the share button. If you have any marketing groups you'd like to share this in, they probably, I mean, half the people that reach out to me about this stuff are friends of his that I don't even know, or friends of his that I don't know. Feel free to share this, and if just thank you for sharing, thank you for liking, thank you for all of this. And for all of you that follow me, thank you for being real. Thank you for being actual conscious creators who don't take from others, who use others as inspiration, but don't steal work, don't steal words, don't steal, who actually lift others up, give credit where credit's due, create from a place of your heart space. I commend you, and I love you, and I honor you, and I'm sending you so much love today, because that, my friends, that is where it's at. That is what being a true creator really is. Watch this video from the beginning. Be well, especially the couple that tunes on to everything I watch. Bye.
Good boys. You're good boys.